Hey, Patreon backers, we can't send you actual cranberries through the show, so just imagine we're handing you some virtual ones, and thanks. It's time for Thanksgiving, and we're glad you're spending part of this Thanksgiving here on Cool, Weird, Awesome. I'm Brady. It's Thursday, November 27th. Here's hoping you have a lot for which to be thankful this year, and that maybe you have some great food to share with family and or friends. One of the most traditional side dishes at an American Thanksgiving dinner most years is cranberry sauce, but not in 1959. That was the year of what History.com has called the Great Cranberry Scare. The story actually starts the previous year when an amendment to the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetics Act took effect. It said that the government could not declare a food additive safe, quote, if it is found to induce cancer when ingested by man or animal. In keeping with that law, federal officials announced weeks before Thanksgiving 1959 that testing had found that cranberries grown in several states had been exposed to a weed killer that had been linked to tumors in rats. They advised that producers pull their berries off the market until they could set up a way to test cranberries across the country. These officials did not say cranberries were dangerous, nor that there was contamination of cranberries everywhere. They even cleared millions of pounds of cranberries, said those were safe to eat. But many stores and restaurants decided to err on the side of caution and just pull cranberries altogether. President and Mrs. Eisenhower decided to swap out cranberries for applesauce at their Thanksgiving table. All of this was a disaster for cranberry growers. They were hoping for a big Thanksgiving windfall, and then their sales were cut in half and then some. The cranberry growers would eventually get millions of dollars in federal relief payments, but before that, they got some PR help from two men who would be presidential nominees in 1960. Days after the federal cranberry advisory, both Massachusetts U.S. Senator John F. Kennedy and Vice President Richard Nixon came to the state of Wisconsin, a cranberry powerhouse. Kennedy pointedly drank 2 glasses of cranberry juice there. Nixon ate 4 servings of cranberries. He proclaimed his faith in the safety of American cranberries, though it turned out later that the ones he'd eaten that night had actually come in contact with the weed killer that had started the scare in the first place. You can learn more about why cranberries weren't on a lot of Thanksgiving plates back in '59 at coolweirdawesome.com. And we'll tell you about a high-flying Thanksgiving tradition that fell back to earth. That's right after this. Welcome back. Some of the highlights of the big Thanksgiving Day parade in New York are those giant balloons. Years ago, the tradition at the end of the parade was to let the balloons fly free, so people could enjoy the spectacle of seeing them float back down to earth and deflate. Except that several times over the years, those balloons managed to get themselves caught on the wings of passing airplanes, nearly causing disasters. I'm Brady. Probably best not to let the balloons run wild. Enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving, and come back again tomorrow for more Cool, Weird, Awesome.
Another helpful Brady Carlson project.